Welcome to Cooking Wild. It's a beautiful weekend and we're camping. Camping pretty much always includes cooking. So we're hanging out at the campsite. Today, smoky maple bourbon, Asian sticky pork belly, burnt ends in the smoker. So burnt ends typically start with the point end of a brisket. And some will argue that using anything other than brisket simply does not earn the right to be called burnt ends. And that's okay. Today we're using a pork belly. So instead of burnt ends, we'll call it cubed, rub, smoked, braised, caramelized pork belly tasty bits of deliciousness. You can make your own cubed, rub, smoked, braised, caramelized bites of deliciousness out of just about anything you want. Cut your meat into cubes. Again, this is pork belly, so it's going to shrink a bit. So I'm shooting for about 1 inch to 1.5 inches. We'll start with some Cooking Wild Maple Bourbon Rub. And into the smoker. We're camping, so this little charcoal grill doubles as my smoker. There isn't much room, so we're going to have to crowd it a bit. Now it's a couple hours in the smoker. What do you do while it's smoking? Well, these little treats are destined to be a midday campsite snack, so I started out in the morning. Good time to cook breakfast. Remember that last pork belly that got made into bacon? This is the reward. Because our little smoker was so crowded, I did rotate the pieces around a bit while smoking. Now the braising sauce. Today we're shooting for an Asian twist. We'll start out with about 3/4 cup of apple juice. 1 cup of hoisin sauce, 1/2 cup of soy sauce, 1/4 cup rice wine vinegar, some crushed garlic, and some ginger, 3/4 cup of brown sugar. Bring it to a boil, just enough to dissolve the sugar. Our tasty bites are smoked up and have a bit of bark. Perfect. Now it's time to turn up the heat a bit. We want our pork to hit about 203 to break down any connective tissue. Transfer them into a foil pan and cover with the braising sauce, and cover tightly with foil. Dull side, shiny side. Does it matter? No. The shiny side is simply a result of the manufacturing process and has no bearing on how you use it. Once we hit that 203-degree mark, it's time for the final step. We'll get the grill nice and hot for this part. While the grill's heating up, we'll remove our meat from the foil pan. Pour the braising sauce into a kettle and get heating. Add a little cayenne if you like, 1/2 cup of apple cider vinegar, and some sweet hot pepper jam. 10 ounces or so will do. Bring the liquid to a brisk boil and reduce by about 1/3 until the liquid becomes syrupy. Time to coat the pork. And then onto the hot grill to make a nice caramelized layer of sweetness on the outside. We'll jazz it up a bit with some fresh sliced jalapenos and some sesame seeds. There you have it. Cubed, rubbed, smoked, braised, caramelized Asian pork belly tasty bites of deliciousness. Or if you don't mind breaking the rules, maple bourbon Asian sticky pork belly burnt ends. Get cooking.